Hollywood was totally defeated by YouTube. It's getting worse, and now Hollywood refuses to lose. They want in on the game. Hollywood wants to do the same old, and they want to decide who the stars of YouTube will be. Today we've got a story you won't believe until you see it. Everything's going to the YouTubes, including the new celebrity-making machines. Hello folks, and welcome back to the Pro Channel, where we dive deeper than most and we coast in on a track made of the truth. Folks, as we get ready to do what we do, consider clicking the like button, and we're going to keep you ahead of that culture curve right now. A story about YouTube celebrities, Hollywood, and intrigue. A video of excellence on the way.
All right, this story coming out of Business Insider here with, look at that, it's a big old face. 2025 is the year creators broke through to become Hollywood's new power players. Mark Rober is the latest YouTube star to get a deal with Netflix. Did he get a deal with Netflix, or did he get a deal with that Jimmy Kimmel? Let's keep reading. 2025 is the year of the creator in Hollywood. Well, that's the most disappointing meaning of the word creator in this sense. YouTube is the top TV service, while Netflix and others look to sign influencers. The convergence of Hollywood and the creator economy could lead to new formats. Ooh, that's optimistic. Let's see. 2025 will go down as the year that YouTube, not Netflix, officially become the streamer to beat in Hollywood. Finally, some truth. The reason creators have become the new titans in town. Interesting. When they say it, I don't like it. Pro, what do you think about that?
I just wanted to know, we've got Mark Mitchell here, and this is a very interesting thing that Business Insider is declaring this, and a lot of other places are as well. They're talking about the idea that there's been a shift in the in the culture such that, and we have all felt this, Hollywood celebrities are no longer the stars that people are looking to. They're not setting the culture anymore. People kind of mock them. That's where they are. Nobody takes them seriously anymore. They don't seem to, at least from the last election cycle, they don't seem to have any influence on real behaviors or actions. And yet companies now are looking to YouTubers and influencers. The new media, you might say, is what we would call that. Looking to the new media to find the personalities that can help them with their brands, help them with consumer transaction patterns. And so, Mark, I just wanted to know if you're seeing this same sort of thing where we're going from, and maybe there was a move from Hollywood star to reality TV and now to new media. I don't know if you see that happening, but I sense that we're moving this direction now where X and YouTube are going to be the places that people go to find the thoughts and the thinkers that they want to listen to, whether that's good or bad, and whether or not they find the kind of people with the pedigree they should be listening to. That seems to me to be where the tide is going in this ocean of society. What say you?
Yes, and it's moving rapidly, and it's causing a political realignment, and we're not sure how big or what will happen yet. Because even though YouTube's been around for like 20 years and the internet's been around for 30 or 40, it hasn't necessarily changed the way that politics works in America. So politics has become like a uniparty capture of the establishment that uses its mouthpieces on basically just TV and in traditional print media to parrot establishment narratives and maintain the status quo. And so now we have a very unstatus quo candidate that won presidency, and all of a sudden media consumption habits change. And I think a lot of it's blowback from COVID because everybody aligned behind the elitist plan to combat the vaccine. And I think a lot of people felt lied to, and there was a lot of blowback because of how much trust was given to Biden and how bad things got starting literally 4 years ago today with the Afghanistan crisis. We're 4 days away from the 4-year anniversary of the first chant of FJB in a stadium. And I really do think that that was a turning point. I think there was a culture war that was won primarily because of YouTube creators that happened in the year following Biden's he completely eviscerated trust in the establishment. And so now this has been changing day by day. Elon Musk bought Twitter, but Twitter wasn't really even effective at controlling or changing the narratives up until really November of 2024. And now what we talked about earlier in the show, people mass abandoning MSNBC and CNN, and we know how different they are from Fox News viewers. And so now we have Twitter, and I don't know numerically how it's changed things. 18 to 39-year-olds have been becoming more and more pro-Trump. Hispanic voters have been becoming more and more anti-legal immigration. Like, these are trends that the establishment should have understood, but did not, because they were still invested in the old way of doing things. And so all I can point out is ways that I think we don't quite yet know how this is going to affect stuff. If you look back at the debt ceiling crisis, and Chuck Schumer came out there and tried to do national leadership to fill a vacuum on the Democrat side, he got utterly eviscerated on Twitter. He was getting ratioed everywhere, and he kind of just shut up and crawled into his little hole. And it's left a complete vacuum out there. Now you have Gavin Newsom stepping in to try to fill the vacuum, and he's doing it by appealing to a certain part of his core, and that core wants him to fight Trump. So now, if he's going to be the Democrat contender because of his social media approach and the way that that message is getting boosted, like, that's really going to change politics. And I don't know what left YouTube looks like, but I know what right YouTube looks like. It's not very political now, but in, the midterms, it's going to heat up. It's probably going to be the core of where everybody goes to talk politics. I'll be there. I'll be watching other YouTube creators. And so it's been changing for a long time, but I can't stress like how less than 12 months all of this is playing out. Nobody knows where it's going to go.
Mark, let's talk about the divergence that we've seen, because you're exactly right. X began to have an impact in 2024, late in the game, as Elon Musk had purchased X, but it took a while for the changes to happen. YouTube, in kind of a shocking way, seems to have preceded even the purchase of X in allowing greater access to free speech. That wasn't always true in my estimation, but there was something that happened, and I can't quite figure out why that happened. But I do believe that YouTube and X combined together, and however that manifested, that prevented us from becoming the UK. And it was not a definite that we were on track to become something different than the UK is today. So what do you think? I mean, now that's exploded YouTube's success, that they participated in allowing people to have free discourse. What caused that, though? Why do you think the calculus was such at YouTube, or did it get out even out of their control?
People say YouTube is a horrible leftist platform and they're super censorious. And we are on the edge, the ragged edge of what you're allowed to talk about. And I found that not to be the case. And we were talking about the impact of young men, and how it necessarily hasn't changed the national polling. But I think what you're seeing on YouTube is what they're into now. And that is, it's like, okay, well, if they don't like the content, they're just going to crap on it. And that's become the new zeitgeist, at least for a certain slice of the population. And so I think really that enabled Trump to come out there and listen. The idea of like the blowback on things like Target and Bud Light were inconceivable just 5 years earlier. And even in the Trump administration, people still were concerned about being called racist. People weren't out there attacking DEI. There's all these things that changed, and it's almost like this is what it looks like when society wants something new, and there's a pull instead of a push. And I think part of it too is this aspect of authenticity that didn't really matter up until they literally selected the least authentic person to run as a Democrat possible.
And Nat, we can't oversell just how big of a deal this is, because Nat, we went from a society where everything was about Hollywood, and it was about these celebrities and these politicians, and there was all of these gatekeeping mechanisms that were intended to keep people's thought inside an orthodoxy, a permittable orthodoxy, and everything has changed, like everything. And now, if you're not on YouTube and on X, and if you're not riding the wave of meritocracy, you don't exist inside the media. We're just pretending. We're watching the dinosaurs go extinct, but the media are already hit.
And we did see this, I feel like it was the floodgates opening of the democratization of being able to do your own thing and have a camera, and everything got cheaper in terms of production. And now with these YouTube creators, you're getting people that are not only on-camera personalities, but also understand the production side, because maybe, at least at the beginning, they had to do it themselves and even build a whole company by themselves. I'm thinking of Mr. Beast, and for example, we see Fox News also grabbing Brett Cooper, and while yes, she was behind and had the Daily Wire behind her for a while, she tried to do it by herself as well, and they have that whole studio in her house. So I think it might be also taking advantage of that, and at the same time we see like traditional media personalities going over to YouTube once they understand and they see that the machine is, and it probably never was, on their side. I'm thinking of Tucker and Piers Morgan and a lot of people that are having great success also on YouTube from having moved away from the traditional media ecosphere that had them, I guess, constrained for so long, or at least feeling so constrained for so long.
Now, folks, I know you're not going to believe this. I can't even believe it. We have a curmudgeon with us right now. We have a dirty dog curmudgeon who's going to weigh in and go against what we've been saying right now. Jonas, why? Why do you hate us so, Jonas?
I don't hate anyone. I just want the truth out there.
All right, Jonas, give us your, quote, your truth, TM.
What did you just ask for?
Tell us what you think, what you really think.
So, I'm looking at this article from Business Insider, and I'm looking at this crop of YouTubers here. Mark Rober, Miss Rachel, Sidemen.
Miss Rachel, listen, Miss Rachel's a manufactured corporate character played by a woman that goes to 2-year-olds. Why would she even be in this article?
Because she is, quote unquote, a YouTuber. And speaking of manufactured corporate characters, not that I'm necessarily putting this here. This is also Rhett and Link are on this list. These are people that play very well in the Hollywood space. This isn't Jeremy Griggs that's getting a Netflix deal. These are people that Bill Gates might drop by and talk about why you should eat bugs.
Wait a minute. Jonas, are you telling me that this article is promoting the idea that these people who are Hollywood adjacent, that Hollywood is watching YouTube destroy it, and Hollywood wants a piece of that, and they want to take it back over again? So people like Mark Rober and some of these others, Miss Rachel, they're gonna go with that?
Yes. They want people that they can control. These people are signing with Hollywood agencies. They're playing the Hollywood game.
Jonas, we don't disagree at all.
They're extending their reach. So I agree with everything that's been said here on a certain aspect. But these people right here that this article is about, these are not revolutionaries. These are people who are signing up to get in line. And they're the next phase here so that Hollywood can reach the next audience. So if you go down this list left to right, you've got go back. I'm sorry, Vash. I said I wasn't going to ask you to go back on these.
You wanted me to go back to the video. Okay.
Yeah, the video. We had Lily Singh, who had a late night talk show that it didn't even have jokes. It just had references to the fact that she is a person of color and gay, and that anyone else that is not has a lesser opinion. Tyler Oakley in there. His footage was in front of a GLAAD event of some kind. Mr. Beast had some incidents recently in which one of his quote unquote best friends, and therefore production partners, left his wife and kids in order to be a wife of some kind, perhaps. This is the kind of thing where they're just looking for there it is right there.
All right. So Jonas, if I understand this correctly, what you're suggesting is that YouTube succeeded by being the opposite of Hollywood, even if that's not what YouTube, the owners, intended. And now Hollywood wants to recapture YouTube.
Right. Felix Kjellberg, notwithstanding PewDiePie, I think he's off doing his own thing. I think he's off raising a family in Japan. Good for him. But the rest of them here, I think they'd be welcome at any high-level DNC function so that they can parade them around and rock the vote, as it were.
Rock the vote. Gotta rock that vote, Vash.
I want to bring in one last point right here. It's going to take a little bit of setup, but I want to get through it very, very quickly.
Well, before you do, Vash, because of a constraint I don't think you're aware of, let me give Kevin the opportunity to weigh in, and then we'll get your thought.
Please.
I'll keep it fast. I was going to say I was so glad that Jonas said what he said because I was chomping at the bit to say it. So they went out and they fetched a bunch of controllable lefty adjacent useful idiots because if they were really serious about this, I think we'd probably be seeing like a Nerdrotic here. People with massive channels who kind of challenge the system and are unabashed about their opinions. So this is just more fluff. It's more fluff. We need people who we can lead around in a leash and say, hey, this is our token YouTuber, and they're so cool, and they're so shiny, and we're so hip, and we're so with it. And it's just more of the same, just with a brand new code of shiplap to stick with the Joanna Gaines commentary that we've been keeping with today.
Poor Joanna Gaines. We love the woman. She didn't have anything to do with it. And now back to Vash, sir.
Yes, I wanted to go ahead and bring this to everybody's attention right here because we're talking about YouTube celebrities and just how big are they. And I was really shocked when this incident actually happened. This is going to take a little bit of setup, but I will be very, very fast. Two YouTubers, very notable, FaZe Rug and Wendy Ortiz, visited Disneyland very, very recently. They actually live streamed their experiences there. Now, when you do a live stream as a celebrity in Disneyland, well, people notice, and maybe they follow you based on what you're actually experiencing on that day right there. You can see right here, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, when these two streamers actually, I cannot share my screen. Oh, there we go. When these two streamers stepped off of Big Thunder Mountain Road, the crowd that they found was enormous. You can see right there, that was the crowd looking to get a chance to see these two YouTubers after they had departed from this specific attraction based on
and
what
who
they were
are they
seeing in the
again,
live
Vash?
stream.
Who are they again?
They're FaZe Rug and Wendy Ortiz. They have millions of subscribers, earning millions a year from YouTube. They are massive in this space right here, and they were absolutely mobbed.
And
by
what
the
do
amount of
they
people.
cover, Vash? Like, what's their content?
I'm actually not too
They're
sure. I
in
know
a
FaZe Rug.
content house, the FaZe Clan. It varies a lot. They can be
varies
challenges,
a lot, yeah.
of streaming of games and challenges and things like that. So
Okay, so it's like reality TV, but on streaming.
Sure.
yeah, that's one way to put it.
Yeah, I guess so. But I have seen, famous basketball players at Disneyland. I have seen Michael Jackson at Disneyland. I have seen notable names, Kobe Bryant. So many people, the Kardashians. I've never seen this reaction. Now, again, they were live streaming, so people actually knew where they were. But they required security to actually go through. The Disney called out a massive amount of security in order to escort them to the park. It was absolute. I had never seen anything like it, and that just tells you the influence of these YouTubers when compared to actual, celebrities or traditional celebrities that we would actually prop up. It's just no contest when you look at the youth culture and what they're interested in.
Well, there you go, folks. That's the story right now. Hollywood is apparently watching the success of YouTube. They'd like in on that, please. Will they be able to please their audiences by doing the same old thing? I don't think so. The new media became the new media by doing a new thing. And that will continue on. You know, it's always sad when one of these video ends, and yet it is the beginning of the wait for the next one to land. 4 times a day right here on the Pro Channel. And by the way, there's plenty more on our partner channels. That Park Place, That Pod Place, That Game Place, and go check out the original music we have on stations like Vacation Radio. We'd love to have you, love to entertain you. At least we'll do a better job than some of the current entertainment companies. Folks, like, share, subscribe, and you know what? Drop a comment right on down below. Share this out anywhere you go on social media. And until the next time, we have the honor, the pleasure of getting to spend time with you when you choose to invite us into your day to add the value that we hope to bring your way. We ask that you keep learning, keep growing, and as always, keep having fun.
Jump into the water.
Why listen to music made by people and companies who really don't like you? Check out Vacation Radio today and prepare for all new content made by the people behind the WDW Pro Channel. It's the place you need for all the music. That should be fun.
Want it all, so I give them cannonball. Yeah!
Hundreds of songs, every genre you can imagine. Listen live on YouTube and enjoy a set list that's always sunny. It's Vacation Radio.
Arizona. Pineapple pizza, Hawaiian ice freeze, yeah. Can't wait to be up. 3 days of you and me.
What are you waiting for? Every WDW Pro video has a link to Vacation Radio in the video description. Try it out and subscribe today.